We're back with another episode of 1.20 Minecraft Survival. I'm going to start this one off by doing some enchantments. I want to get my gear as good as I can before I take on the Nether. My task at hand this time was to go find the Nether Fortress so I could get some blaze rods and hopefully get to the end this episode. And so I made it to the Nether Fortress. It took me a while to find it, and I gotta definitely make a better pathway in the future. But once I got there, there was tons of gold ingots in the chests, and I also got nether wart and soul sand so I could start growing some more nether wart to make some more potions in the future. And there were wither skeletons everywhere. I was not able to get wither skull, but I did find a blaze spawner. Once I got back to my place, I had enough blaze rods for now, and also enchanted some more armor and kept on going. This time I planted some nether wart down and also made some eyes of ender so that I could start tracking down the end portal. It took me a while and it wasn't too close, so I'll have to make a nether portal to get there and link up with my base. But once I did and dug into the ground, it wasn't bad. Found chests and loot everywhere. This end structure underground is definitely bigger than I've seen in a while, so I'll have to like really explore this thing in the future. But for now, I just got a few loot chests, and then eventually found a library that had tons of books, which was nice, so I don't have to craft books anymore. And of course, then there was the portal. I didn't actually decide to go into the end this episode. I think I'll save it for next time. So then I came back to my base, marked the location of the end portal, and yeah, just mined some cherry wood for a new build that I wanted to do. But you'll see in a second how this build gets maybe postponed this episode. I made some lecterns for my villagers. These guys I was so proud of getting in the last episode, and now with lecterns I was hoping to get the mending enchant, which I did after not too many resets, and I made sure to lock that trade in before I removed the lecterns. I gathered up some crops to trade back to my villagers. Here I go, and I traded some mending books with a villager, and over time I was able to get a few more, and you can see here I basically got the best pickaxe in the game for enchantments. And then with my extra mending books, I started putting mending on all of my armor and tools. I went mining because I was bored and I'd missed mining from all this time I'd spent away from this world, and so I found a few veins of diamond and gold and just got some experience to start using that mending enchant to repair some of my armor and tools. In total, after not mining for very long at all, I found 3 veins of diamonds. With fortune 3, that added up quite quickly, and that ended up being 34 diamonds, and I also got a half a stack of gold. And this is all the cherry wood I had mined. And I accidentally started a raid at my house, but I wasn't too worried because of how protected my villagers were, at least I thought. And so I took on this raid. My gear was now pretty good from doing the villagers and the enchants lately, so it was more just a task to kill all the mobs and call it good for the day. And then the bad news hit. I walk into my base and there's one pillager by himself, and he killed all of my villagers. I was very upset because I knew that the nearest village was very far away. So this big cherry wood project I planned on doing for the villagers to make them a trading hall backfired. And so I just threw up some ugly looking logs and called it good. I made like the weirdest looking structure I built in a while, and then decided I needed to go out and find those villagers out at that faraway village. But before I did that, this is a look at the inside of my build. And then I went all those blocks away to grab villagers. I'm not kidding you, this took 2 hours. This is why I was so mad, because I knew it would take a long time. But then once I got them, it was okay, and I put down a bunch of beds to start breeding them up. And that's going to be it for this episode. Stay tuned for more in the future.